Today, we're going to be touring this 164-foot Trinity super yacht that's currently listed for sale by the FGI Yacht Group. This Trinity was first delivered in 2012 with significant refit work done in 2022 into 2023. Trinity Yachts was a US shipbuilder, and I really wish they were still making these because, guys, this yacht is truly incredible. It has an aluminum hull and superstructure, and it has 6 different cabins sleeping up to 12 guests, and it also has space for 10 crew. Officially, the yacht is 164 feet, or right around 50 meters. It has a beam of 28 feet, or 8.53 meters, and it has a draft of 7 feet and 8 inches, or 2.34 meters. So, as you can see, we're standing on the passerelle of this beautiful super yacht, and you'll see the large swim platform back here, and there's also 2 different cutouts. There's the first door for the transom, and then the larger one, and we'll head inside there later on in the tour. Guys, you're gonna notice all throughout this yacht, it is just so perfect in so many different ways. Here, we'll see this really expansive aft deck area. And I love, you might have already noticed it, but you'll see this in a bunch of different rooms. I love this wood accent feature in the ceiling. And on the aft deck area, it's actually a little step up. So it's like a small platform here where you have the huge row of bench seating. Obviously, the large sun pad as well. And then the 4 different tables and the seating that wraps around all of it. You have a built-in refrigerator over here. And then the side decks fully wrap around up to the bow, but of course, we'll make our way up there later on in the tour. And as you'd imagine, you do have you do have side boarding gates on each side of the aft deck. So, no matter how you're docked in the world, you can easily get onto this vessel. Enough of the aft deck, let's head inside this gorgeous 164 US built super yacht. Obviously, you have the rounded powered glass doors. Now take a look at this main salon. You have this huge, and I know I use that word a lot, but look how big this L-shaped seating is. That same feature in the ceiling as mentioned. Like I said, you're going to see that all throughout this yacht. Then if we come around here, you'll also see the TV that pops up over here. And then forward of the main salon, you have a gorgeous dining room. You have the beautiful stone table. And of course, storage in all of the sideboards here. And now over here on the port side, we're gonna head over here first and give you a shot of the galley. You see you have all commercial equipment in here. You have your Miele ovens, multiple refrigerators, and also a walk-in freezer. And then it looks very sleek with all the stainless steel and the black stone for the countertops. Additional cold storage down here. You have your dishwasher, multiple sinks, additional prep space over here. And then this yacht is privately used and it's fully crewed, so we're not gonna head down there. We will show you the captain's cabin later, but the crew mess and all the rest of the crew cabins are down this staircase. And then here is, I know it's a little dark, but a very expansive pantry area as well. You can cruise pretty long distances on this one, so obviously you want to be really well equipped to handle all of that range if you're going to use it. And this leads us back to this beautiful foyer area. You can see you have a side access door here, so if you come on board from the side, this is what it looks like. You have the staircase going down to the guest cabins, up to the upper deck. And I like how you can just walk all the way across, and because this yacht is 164 feet, you get that extra volume to play with in the design. So this is the foyer area. You also have this beautiful marble in the floor. Continuing forward, obviously you'll see hopefully you can see just how wide this doorway is. Before we get to the owner suite, here is the day head for this level. You have a really unique vanity right here. You have to let me know what you think of the interior design so far. So making our way forward into the owner suite, this is, once again, I know I'm using a lot of words to describe this area, but it's so true. It's both huge and it's exceptional. So you have a little seating area right here, beautiful woodwork, just little bits of storage, as well as the wine fridge down here. So you can have your morning coffee set up over here. And I know I've been hyping it up, so let's step all the way forward to the main deck owner suite. We'll take a few steps up, take a look. Obviously, you have the king bed right in the middle of the room. You have windows around 180 degrees of the room, so you get a great view, as well as the TV that pops up. And then the ensuite is actually located right behind the bed, so if we take a few steps down, you have these huge doors. You can see the two handles here, and both of these are the closets. Same thing on this side. So you just have these massive closet areas. I'm not going to open up all of these because, like I said, this yacht is privately owned, so we need to respect their privacy. But then in here, you have the owner's ensuite. First thing I noticed, I thought I was going crazy when I was doing my walkthrough with the crew, but this floor is heated, so it feels really good on your feet. Over here, you have the toilet and bidet, as well as your sink. And then a dressing table right here. You'll also see the walk-through shower, so you can get into the shower and walk through to the other side. Here's another shot. Rainfall shower, of course. And then on the other side, it's mirrored without the dressing table. So you have your sink and then just the toilet on this side. And of course, the other side of the shower. You have additional drawers and storage along here. And then over here, we do have a little settee as well. So tons of storage in here. I'll give you one more shot of this beautiful owner suite. And if you're enjoying this 164-foot Trinity super yacht so far, make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe if you're new to the channel. We post a new yacht or super yacht tour every single Friday, so you definitely don't want to miss out. I also really like the accent lighting built into the stone in the columns here. So, down this spiral staircase, we will find 4 additional guest cabins. One is right here. You can see the closet over here. They have a dressing table, and then of course the ensuite. This room is going to be mirrored to the last. So very similar, although it's a slightly different color palette. You had red on the bed before, now you have purple. It's nice to see when they mix it up a little bit with the color choices. And same ensuite as before. I really like the stone vanity. So you have the shower over on this side, and then you have, oh, let me move this door out of the way. You have, of course, the toilet behind the glass. So you do have some privacy in here. And whether you're going to use this yacht for private use or you want to charter it, these Trinity yachts are really popular for both options. I think they do make an exceptional charter yacht. Then if we step forward here, you'll see you have 3 beds in here. So you have the Pullman, and this is what it looks like when it's down. They have their closets over here. And then the TV mounted up on the wall. And slightly different stone in this one. This one has some green color in it. You have the bench. And I like how the walls of the shower, you have it all lined in either marble or stone. And then of course, the toilet behind the door. Very similar to the last. Dare I say, mirrored, and this is what it looks like when the Pullman berth is up against the wall flush. So it's nice that they have them displayed the 2 different ways so you can see what it looks like. And then same thing as before, TV, closet, and the ensuite is mirrored to the last. Now, in the intro, I mentioned that there are 6 cabins and it sleeps 12. So technically, this could sleep up to 14 if you're using both the Pullmans, but they just don't count those in the official listing. There is an additional cabin upstairs on the bridge deck. So that's where you get the 6th cabin. So we'll see that in a moment. We are going to continue up the staircase. And I like how the spiral staircase is right centered in the middle of the yacht. And I think we'll start with the 6th cabin right away, because it's located right here. And this one, of course, is a little smaller than the others, but you still have a double bed, the TV, and then your ensuite also shares duties as the dayhead for this level. So you have the really unique stone for the vanity in here. Never seen anything like that before. You also have this beautiful, it's very black and dark, it's like black and gray mosaic tiles. And then the shower is lined the same way. So very different vibe in here. Then of course over here, this is the door that leads out to the hallway, which is what makes this an ensuite and dayhead combo. So we will head forward in a moment. Actually, let's do this right now. Let's go see the pilot house. So through this door, you can see the captain has his office. You have side access doors on both sides of the pilot house. You can see as part of the refresh, you can see some really large multifunction displays here, as well as all of the other controls for the super yacht. Your camera system, of course. And then you have the 2 captain's chairs. And then behind us, we have this just slightly curved row of bench seating with the stone table. So whether this is for the guests, for the crew, no matter who wants to sit here, it's a really nice space. And then you have some additional communication equipment behind the bench as well. Here, let's give you one more shot. Very vertical windows in here as well, as you can see. And then, as a super yacht of this magnitude should have, you do have the captain's cabin right connected to the bridge. So he has a really large bed. This looks like a queen. And then his or her ensuite is right back here. And this, once again, finished just like the other ones. You have some different colored mosaic tile in there and a nicely finished stone vanity. So always good to see when things are built to a really nice spec for the crew as well. And thank you, of course, to the crew and the captain for letting me invade their space a little bit. Now, here is that door to the dayhead. And then if we step back, we will reach this immaculate sky lounge area. That ceiling feature stretches the whole length of the room. You have the TV that folds down. you have a poker table. And then I love this bar area over here. You have the 4 different bar chairs, the beautiful stone, and then this just steps down where you have your refrigerator down there, an ice maker, all your different spirits, of course, and then you do have your espresso machine as well as coffee maker, that type of stuff over here as well. So if you wanted to set up just a little breakfast spread or something like that, you could definitely do so. And then we haven't even shown you the other side of the room. There's a huge sofa in the main salon, and you get another one in here. This stretches practically the entire length here. You can see the edge of the glass door. This stretches basically the whole length of the Sky Lounge. And then we'll give you one more slow walk through the Sky Lounge before heading out to the bridge deck aft. Which, once again, powered curved glass doors. Push the button right here. Now, talk about al fresco dining. Look at this beautiful round table. And then you have tons of seating out here. You have the barbecue, and then all these different pockets of seating. You have the staircase leading down to the aft deck where we started. And then, of course, this is a tri-deck super yacht, so we have one more level to check out. So, heading up to the sun deck, we'll start all the way aft. You'll see there is a sea-doo up here, and there's a crane integrated right into the storage area over here. So you could have something larger, you could have a larger tender up here if you wanted to, or just some jet skis like this. You have these deck loungers laid out. I apologize if it's a little windy up here. You have another al fresco dining area. All of these storage along here. There is a hardtop overhead. And then continuing forward, we have another one of these integrated fridges, fully stocked, of course. And then another bar area. And then everyone's favorite, more of the mosaic work next to the hot tub. And then, of course, as mentioned, everyone's favorite, you have the hot tub. And I really like you have the sun pads that just wrap around this entire area. So really sociable space. I know you guys can't see it, but I'm actually walking backwards trying to keep some of this wind noise off of the microphone. But here, you also have a day head up on this level as well. So say you're in the hot tub, you have to go, and you don't want to run all the way downstairs, you can just pop in here. And this is a watertight door, or at least a very heavy duty door. Let me just back up and give you one more shot of the sun deck. Don't worry, we have plenty more to see. So, let's head back down. And I think we're gonna go up to the forward deck next. So we'll just take the long way around so I can show off some of these side decks. This will lead us back to the aft deck. And if we come around here, there are doors so you can close this area off. So if it's really gusty or windy or anything like that, you can close it off. And then here you'll see we're on the side deck. You have the side access door. This is that door to the main foyer area where we saw in the beginning. And then up this staircase, this will lead us to the door next to the pilot house. You do have wing stations on each side. And then this area, you have a lovely little table. So morning cup of coffee might be your favorite spot. Although up on the sun deck would be really nice as well. You have sun pads on either side. And then all the way up here, you have additional storage. Here you can see another tender and the crane for that tender right there. So now I think we're gonna go down and check out the engine room, as well as that garage that we didn't see in the beginning. Well, you saw the outside of it, but you know what I mean. Let's see if we can get in there. Let's head back to this aft deck. So here you'll see the swim platform and the passerelle where we started. And then here's that first initial transom door. And if you step down, you'll see this is actually a really massive garage space. So you can fit an even larger tender right here. And then because this transom door opens up even further, you can send the tender right out the back of the yacht. And it looks like you have some of the controls as well back here. So, through this door, this is where, let me close this behind me, because oof, this area is climate controlled. So, love that. You have the chief engineer space, so toolbox integrated in, and one thing I'm liking is props to the crew because this area is super clean. You don't always see that, especially down in these engineering spaces. So props to the chief engineer and his team. All right, now we got this door opened and we're in the engine room. So first thing you'll see, look how big these Northern Lights generators are. I'll see if in the listing it tells me how big these are, and I'll put that down in the description. That's very impressive, just the size of these things. And also there is a staircase. So there is another way to get down here, of course. But once again, props to the crew. It's possible this area was completely redone during the refresh, but it's definitely freshly painted. It's super clean in here. I'm very impressed. And guys, look at these engines. We see a lot of engines, both in yachts and super yachts, but these are truly some massive engines. Let me tell you about them right now. This yacht comes with a pair of Cat 3516C engines. Your top speed is around 23 knots. You can cruise comfortably at 18 knots. And you have a very impressive range of 1,781 nautical miles at 17.5 knots. And if you drop it down to displacement speeds at 11 knots, you're looking at 3,500 nautical miles. So clearly you can travel to many exotic places on this one. There's tons of space in this engine room, which I really like. You have a sink over here, and also tons of headroom as well. You have about a foot over my head, and I'm about 5'11". So if you're vertically gifted, you're not gonna have any problems walking in this room. I said it in the beginning, guys, this Trinity SuperYacht is pretty spectacular. And I imagine at this point, especially if you made it this far, you would probably agree with me. All right, we close that door behind us. And now let's make our way out. All right, everything is secure. Sorry, it's a little loud in here. So back out this transom door onto the swim platform. And you can see some of the toys laid out. You have 2 sea bobs here. And then this will bring us back to the aft deck where we basically started. All right, guys, I think we've seen every single area on this yacht. We're gonna give you one more shot of the main salon. Let me know what you think of this one in the comment section down below. Of course, special thank you to the FGI Yacht Group for letting me tour their listing. I'm gonna link them in the description down below. I'm personally a big fan of this one, and we will catch you next time.